Well, hey there, idiots. Welcome back to Observe. In today's video, we're going to be analyzing the nonverbal communication of two different people in regards to another case. That'll be Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher in regards to the most recent case centered around Danny Masterson from that 70s show. More on that in just a second. Let's go ahead and roll the intro first. Alright, for those of you who do not know, Danny Masterson, known for his role in the sitcom That 70s Show, received a sentence of 30 years to life in prison from Judge Charlene F. Olmedo of Los Angeles Superior Court. This verdict was delivered after he was found guilty assaulting two women over 20 years ago at the pinnacle of his acting career. During the trial, victims recounted the profound and lasting impact of Masterson's actions on their lives. One accuser in Trout described the assault as a theft of spirit. Los Angeles District Attorney George Gascon praised the women for their courage and expressed his dedication to ensuring that Hollywood's elite are held accountable for their actions against vulnerable individuals. However, Masterson's defense expressed their disagreement with the outcome. Sean Hawley, his lawyer, indicated plans to change the verdict, pointing to potential issues with evidence and constitutional rights. Hawley emphasized that Masterson insists on his innocence. The actor is set to be considered for parole in 20 years, as stated by the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office. Masterson's career highlights include his role as Stephen Hyde on That 70s Show from 1998 to 2006 and leading roles in Men at Work and Netflix's The Ranch. However, his tenure with The Ranch was cut short in 2017 due to these allegations. This case attracted significant attention partially due to the claims that the Church of Scientology, with which Masterson is affiliated, tried to influence his accusers. In May, Masterson was found guilty of assaulting two women at his Hollywood Hills home in the early 2000s. This verdict followed a previous trial that ended inconclusively over 3 charges, leading to a mistrial. Proceedings began in 2020 when he faced 3 counts, all of which he refuted. A central aspect of the trial did revolve around the Church of Scientology. 2 of the women, also members of the church, stated that the institution discouraged them from reporting their experiences to the authorities. Christina B., who approached a church official regarding her encounter with Masterson in 2001, was told that such an act wasn't possible within a relationship. Another woman, Jen B., felt restrained by church guidelines after seeking its guidance on the matter. In Trout, another woman involved confided in her close circles rather than the church. She cited the church teachings that discouraged members from taking internal disputes to external authorities, aka the police. The Church of Scientology consistently distanced itself from the case and denied allegations of any attempts to obstruct or influence the victims. In response to the sentencing, they denied any involvement whatsoever. Yet, this narrative seems far from over. Allison Anderson, representing 2 of the women, revealed that her clients intend to elaborate on the alleged involvement of the Church of Scientology, accusing it of continuous efforts to silence them. She celebrated the women's resilience and determination, stating that they are eager to soon share the fuller story of how Scientology and its affiliates tried to prevent them from speaking out. Co-stars of Masterson, Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, are now receiving heat from the public for character letters that they had released in regards to Masterson, the apologies for which we will be analyzing today. Kutcher's letter reads as follows. Honorable Judge Olmedo, my name is Ashton Kutcher. I am an actor,
investor, philanthropist, and most importantly, a father. I met Danny Masterson when I was 20 years old in 1998. He instantly became a friend, dedicated coworker, and role model to me, and has remained as such for 25 years. As a friend, Danny has been nothing but a positive influence on me. He's an extraordinarily honest and intentional human being. Over the 25-year relationship, I don't ever recall him lying to me. He's taught me about being direct and confronting issues in life and relationships head on, resolving them and moving forward. Danny is a person that is consistently there for you when you need him. We've traveled around the world together raised our daughters together, and shared countless family moments. Not only is he a good friend to me, I've witnessed him to be a good friend to others, and the kind of brother others would be lucky to have. As a role model, Danny has consistently been an excellent one. I attribute not falling into the typical Hollywood life of drugs directly to Danny. Anytime that we were to meet someone or interact with someone who was on drugs or did drugs, he made it clear that that wouldn't be a good person to be friends with. And for me, that was an implication that if I were to do drugs, he wouldn't want to be friends with me, which is something I never would want to risk or jeopardize. I am grateful to him for that positive peer pressure. He also set an extraordinary standard around how you treat other people. There was an incident where we were at a pizza parlor and a belligerent man entered who was berating his girlfriend. We had never met or seen these people before, but Danny was the first person to jump to the defense of this girl. It was an incident he didn't have to get involved in, but proactively chose to, because the way this man was behaving was not right. He has always treated people with decency, equality, and generosity. After 9/11, Danny was a huge advocate for support of the firefighters affected by the event, rallying his friends and coworkers to pitch in however they could. Danny had his daughter a year before I had mine. He set a standard of being a hands-on dad. We have spent countless hours together with our kids, and he is among the few people that I would trust to be alone with my son and daughter. He's also a dedicated and loyal husband with an unwavering commitment to his wife. We have spent hundreds of hours working together. Danny takes his job seriously. He is kind, courteous, and hardworking. He treated everyone from the grips to the teamsters, to the actors, to the caterers as equals. He showed up on time all the time and always pulled his weight. We have also traveled around the world together, promoting our work. I can honestly say that no matter where we were or who we were with, I never saw my friend be anything other than the guy I have described. While I'm aware that the judgment has been cast as guilty on 2 counts of rape by force, and the victims have a great desire for justice, I hope that my testament to his character is taken into consideration in sentencing. I do not believe he is an ongoing harm to society, and having his daughter raised without a present father would be a
tertiary injustice in and of itself. Thank you for taking the time to read this. Meanwhile, Mila Kunis' letter reads, "To the Honorable Judge Olmedo, I am writing this character letter
on behalf of my dear friend Danny Masterson, with whom I have had the privilege of sharing a significant part of my life. My name is Mila Kunis, and I am an actress, and I believe it is essential to share the remarkable influence Danny has had on my life and the lives of others. I first met Danny during our time working together on that 70s show, and from the very beginning, I could sense his innate goodness and genuine nature. Throughout our time together, Danny has proven to be an amazing friend, confidant, and above all, an outstanding older brother figure to me. His caring nature and ability to offer guidance have been instrumental in my growth both personally and professionally. One of the most remarkable aspects of Danny's character is his unwavering commitment to discouraging the use of drugs. His influence on me in this regard has been invaluable. In an industry where the pressures and temptations of substance use can be overwhelming, Danny played a pivotal role in guiding me away from such destructive paths. His dedication to avoiding all substances has inspired not only me, but also countless others in our circle. Danny's steadfastness in promoting a drug-free lifestyle has been a guiding light in my journey through the entertainment world and has helped me prioritize my well-being and focus on making responsible choices. His genuine concern for those around him and his commitment to leading by example make him an outstanding role model and friend. Danny's role as a husband and father to his daughter has been nothing short of extraordinary. Witnessing his interactions with his daughter has been heartwarming and enlightening. He prioritizes his family, education, and happiness above all else, demonstrating his unwavering commitment to being a loving and responsible parent. As a father, he leads by example, instilling in her values that reflect integrity, compassion, and respect for others. Moreover, Danny has consistently displayed a profound sense of responsibility and care for those around him. He demonstrates grace and empathy in every situation, be it within the entertainment industry or in our personal lives. His steady support and understanding presence make him a reliable source of guidance and comfort for all of us. Danny Masterson's warmth, humor, and positive outlook on life have been a driving force in shaping my character and the way I approach life's challenges. His unwavering commitment to being an exceptional older brother figure has had a transformative impact on my life, instilling in me a sense of self-belief and encouraging me to aim for greatness, but all while maintaining a sense of humility. In conclusion, I wholeheartedly vouch for Danny Masterson's exceptional character and the tremendous positive influence he has had on me and the people around him. His dedication to leading a
drug-free life and the genuine care he extends to others makes him an outstanding role model and friend. Please feel free to reach out if you require any further information or clarification. So that is the entirety of the backstory. That's the case, those are the letters, and now today we are going to be looking at the footage that Mila and Ashton released. Let's go ahead and dive in.
We are aware of the pain that has been caused by the character letters that we wrote on behalf of Danny Masterson.
We support victims. We have done this historically through our work and will continue to do so in the future.
I'm gonna go ahead and pause here. So something that I'm already noticing is, one, they're outdoors. This seems a little bit staged in that they're against like a distressed wood background. So obviously this was somewhat planned. Now, something else that lends to this planning of things is you could even hear them clicking a mouse. So they have very strict notes, if not a full script of what they're saying. So that alone is going to make this a little bit less accurate of a read because they're reading something rather than actually speaking from the heart. Now, something that I will be able to make note of non-verbally speaking is that as Ashton's beginning, he starts to have difficulty already and looks away from camera as he's talking about the pain and during these certain instances and situations that are unfolding here. And then on the other side of that, when Mila starts talking as well, we're seeing a little bit of shrugging in there as possible insincerity in regards to what they have always stood for and always will stand for. So that's just a glimpse so far. Let's go ahead and continue in.
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years so that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing.
The letters were not...
All right, so during that time, I'm noticing a number of manipulators done by Mila on the inside of her mouth as Ashton's talking about why they wrote these specific letters. There's not anything around that looks to be pushed towards deceit or anything along those lines. However, those manipulators is an indication of agitation. So obviously, there's a level of agitation that's being felt in regards to this. And we're seeing some lip licks and lip compressions, and the consistent tone is that the eyebrows are drawn together lowered. You can see that furrowing in the glabella area as well quite regularly. Now, that could be because it seems as though they're outside and perhaps it's bright out, something along those lines. However, these are all important things to be able to make note of as we're going on through this.
The letters were not written to question the legitimacy of the judicial system or the validity of the jury's ruling.
They were intended for the judge to read. And not to undermine the testimony of the victims or re-traumatize them in any way. We would never want to do that.
All right, going to go ahead and pause that here. So we're seeing some shrugging and some nose shaking while we're talking about, oh, it wasn't intended for this. However, again, what we're hearing is from both of them a fairly consistent, I'm reading this tone. It has a certain cadence to it. The sentences have a certain flow to them. All of the different indicators showing that they are, in fact, at least this is very rehearsed. So on some level, very disingenuous. And then along with that, what I'm finding fascinating is that in the letters themselves, it does mention that the victims have certain allegations towards Masterson, and they almost beg for the judge to consider the character witness rather than the witness, the victims themselves. And then they're backpedaling on this, trying to say, oh, well, we don't actually want, like, we're not trying to devalue anybody. Like, no victims are trying to be devalued. And it's definitely obviously just saving face, because even in the letters, which you were able to hear in this video, they did definitely try to counteract exactly what those victims were saying. So we're seeing that come up here. We're seeing all sorts of lip compressions and mouth shrugs in here. We're also seeing them break eye contact a fair bit here. None of this feels genuine to me. Not the tone of what they're saying, largely, again, because it's written, it's scripted, it's very rehearsed. But then also to try to match it with what their expressions are saying, those two do not line up. So there's another point of desynchronization between the two of these. Let's keep watching. There's only a few seconds left.
And we're sorry if that has taken place.
Our heart goes out to every single person who's ever been a victim of sexual assault, sexual abuse, or rape.
Okay, so during that last little blip there, a lot of no shakes, micro no shakes, no, some increased blinking, which that can be an eye blocking gesture. Whenever you see these micro no shakes, it's a possibility of a desynchronization point as you say something positive and your nonverbal communication will say no ever so slightly. So that is the possibility there. Then along with that, the increase in the eye blocking, as well as they're talking about how they always and never and all of these things that they would constantly ever do. And we're seeing this eye blocking come up. We're seeing shrugging again. So they're having difficulty even producing that sentence to be able to make it seem as though it's being held up, especially considering who they're trying to stand up for and what he's been accused of. So more or less what I've gathered from this very short little tiny clip from Ashton and Mila is that this is a substantial attempt to just save face. They're going back on things that they had said in their letters. They're trying to discredit basically themselves during this. This case is definitely going to continue forward. There's going to be more to it, obviously. So as this develops, maybe there will be more to be able to show up on the channel. If you do like this video, let me know by hitting the like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. If you do have any suggestions or questions or comments or anything like that, head down to the comment section below. I also have all my social medias activated and ready to rock and roll for you to be able to head over there if you would like. And also, last but not least, memberships are fully available for everyone if you are interested in supporting the channel in a little further fashion than just viewing. But without further ado, that's all that I've got for the day. My name is Logan, and you have been oh so awesome as you always are, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.